If you are a glass wearer and want to do a makeup look for your office days, for your work days, this is what you need to follow. Moisturize and prep your skin very well before you put on any makeup on. And I have already put a sunscreen and I'm moisturizing using the Mac Fix Plus. And then straight away going on to a blush, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter blush in the color Dream Pop. The reason why I'm using blush first is because I want to go for a geeky look with my spectacles on, and with Indian wear. The geeky look looks really nice with spectacles and a black bindi, and I don't want to add a blush, a powder blush, on sitting on top of the skin. So I'm using the blush as an underpainting. And now I'm using a concealer that is a tad bit darker than my actual skin color. This is in the color Warm Beige, and it is a concealer by Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I'm using it to conceal the darkness under my eyes, any shadow areas where I need this color correction. And I'm letting that concealer sit for a while so that I get the maximum pigment from this. And till that time, I'm using the time to fill my brows. I'm using a very fine micro tip pencil by Mars Cosmetics. This is their brow pencil. I love it. This is such a good cheap alternative to Benefit micro tip brow pencil. And I'm filling my brows with feather like strokes. You can see how easy it is to do your brows with this. If you are someone with very fine hair, you have a lot of brow hairs to draw to make your brows look full and thick, this is something you need to try. It is hardly a few, I as far as I remember, it's cheap. It's 200 to 300 Indian rupees, and you will get it on Nykaa, you will get it on Amazon. And this is a and it lasts a long time. And the best part is that it also comes with a spoolie on the other end of the pencil, and you don't have to sharpen it. It is a micro tip pencil, gives very precise hair like strokes, and you just need a light hand, and it is not very creamy or waxy. I feel it has the right consistency to make your brows look natural and also stay put without smudging or moving around too much. So that's how you can do your brows if you have brow hairs like mine, which is faint, thin hair and not too thick. Now you can take your blending brush and buff out the concealer. Just tap it lightly and you will be easily able to blend all that into your skin. This concealer specifically, the Too Faced concealer, is such a dream to blend, and it gives such full coverage. You can hide a lot of heavy duty pigment. You can it gives a very high coverage concealing, and this is a must have if you are looking for a high coverage long lasting concealer. So you can see it has color corrected the darkness under my eyes very nicely. And for my eyelids, I'm using this 24-hour base by MAC. It is a silicone eye base primer. I have very oily lids, and specifically during this summer season, it becomes even more sweaty and oily. And if I put any eyeshadow on top of my eyelids, it just stays for barely an hour or two. So I need this eye base so that my eyeshadow sticks on for long. Next, I'm going to use a lighter version of the same concealer, Born This Way by Too Faced, and this is in the color Vanilla. This is 2 to 3 tones lighter than my skin color, and it has the right amount of warmth so that it can brighten the areas that I want to bring forward. So this is kind of reverse contouring, where you use a lighter concealer to bring out features of your face and make them come forward. Okay, so this is what I'm doing here. I'm blending it around the corner of my nose and also my under eyes, so that when I wear my spectacles, my eyes look bright and nice. And it is very easy to blend. Like, if you haven't tried this brand, you would definitely want to try it. If you want a seamless blending concealer, this is something that you must try if you have the budget for it. This is expensive, but it is going to last you a very long time, because you really need very, very tiny amount. So as you saw, I used a small brush to just spread it all over wherever I needed it. And then I'm moving on to my fatter brush. This is the Expert Face Brush by Real Techniques. And I'm using that brush to blend it all in. And you can see how beautiful and flawless this brush is in blending this foundation. You can use any brush that fits your face. You can use a thicker brush. You can use a fatter flat top kabuki brush. But I also love this brush because it is a very multi-purpose brush, the Expert Face Brush. I use it for contour sometimes. I use it for blush sometimes. To blend in creamy products, this is very, very helpful. And you can see how beautiful this finish is, and the blush shines through from within. Now we are going to do some contouring, and for that I'm going to take just a dot of this Rare Beauty contour in the color Tranquil on the back of my hand. Take a small angled brush and place it exactly under my cheekbones, where I want to accentuate the hollows of my cheek, so that I get a sharper look. Okay, so when you wear spectacles and you have a roundish face like me, if you have a lot of cheek area, you would want to contour and get some sharpness in your face, and that is going to look very, very beautiful and cohesive with your spectacles geeky look. So that's what I'm doing here. I am blending it very seamlessly, and you just need a very, very tiny amount, because this contour from Rare Beauty is crazy pigmented. If you dare to put a dot on your cheekbones, it is going to be a task for you to blend it. It is going to be so difficult to pull it off, because it's highly, highly pigmented. So it's better to use it. Take a little on the back of your hand and then go about with a brush. Now it's the time to set all of these cream products with a powder. I'm using the Makeup Forever finishing powder, and this is a very beautiful banana kind of a yellow toned powder that neutralizes a lot of discoloration, any kind of if there is any lack of uniformity in the color, any problem areas, it is going to color correct everything. Time for my eyes. I'm taking this Natasha Denona mini palette. It is a nude mini palette, and I'm taking the lightest flesh toned color. It is a matte color. For the daytime, I prefer using matte colors, because if you're doing an office look, this is something that you can try. It is a very beautiful peachy flesh toned matte color, and I'm using this color all over my eyelids, and taking the MAC Kajal and drawing a thick line, not a very thick line, but a considerably thick line. I'm making small dashes. I'm not drawing one entire line in one go. I'm going little by little, so that I don't go overboard and make a very, very thick line. So I'm just making small dash kind of strokes, and now taking an angled brush, pulling that kajal with that angled brush to create a wing. Okay, I'm creating a small wing. It's up to you what you want to do. You can even use a liquid eyeliner, whatever you're comfortable using. Use that. The idea is to line your upper lash line. Okay, that is important. If you're wearing glasses, it is lining your eyes makes a huge impact, because that kind of defines your eyes through your spectacles. When you have, cold rimmed eyes, it looks very, very beautiful, very gorgeous. And you can play with different colors. It's not necessary to use a black liner. You can use colored liners, you can use blue, you can use whatever color you wish. Today I'm using the Kajal pencil just for the ease of it, and pulling the wing with a small angled brush. I feel this is the easiest way to do your eye lining if you are not very comfortable using a liquid liner. Okay, so for those of you who are beginners and you have trouble controlling the line using a liquid liner, you can try doing with this kajal. This is a smudge proof, very long stay kajal, and you can see that I'm not lining the waterline of my eyes, because I feel lining the waterline of my eyes makes my eyes look smaller, and I want to make my eyes look bigger. I am short sighted, so when people look at me through the other side of my glasses, they will they will perceive my eyes smaller than they are. So if I line my waterline black, it is going to even shrink it, which I don't want. So I lined only the lower lash line a little bit, not too much. And now is the time to add a little bit of light on the peak of my eyelids. Okay, so the center of my eyelids, I am just dotting just a dot of this shimmery shade and blending it with a clean brush, so that it adds some light, and it gives some dimension to my eyeshadow. So it's a very basic, simple eyeshadow, but it looks very neat. And when you look at these eyes from through the glasses, when somebody is looking at you from the other side of the glasses, they will notice the shine on your eyes whenever light falls on you. So that is going to make your eyes look even more beautiful. I'm also taking a little bit of that shimmer shades on my brow bone, as you saw, and just going out with a light dusting of the powder again. If you need it, it's not a compulsory step, but I felt I needed a little more powder. And for the lips, I'm using this color, this lip liner by MAC. It is their new launch, and in the color Cool Spice. It is a cool toned lip liner in a very neutral brown shade. And I'm lining my lips and filling it almost halfway through. I also like to, overline my lips, my upper lips a little, so that I can balance it, because my lower lip is thicker than my upper lip. So I like to balance that and overline slightly, a tad bit, on my upper lips. And now I'm going with this lipstick called Fleshpot. This is a very, very nude color, and it's also one of these, new launches by MAC. It is a nude, very pale toned nude, and it is in a satin finish, and it's so comfortable to wear, but looks absolutely amazing with such an eye look. And if you want to look geeky, if you want to look, if you want to portray yourself as a snob or geeky or an intellectual for work or for any kind of a special meeting, you can go for this look, and it looks absolutely beautiful and sophisticated and very, very classy. I'm using this mascara. This is a new launch by Benefit, and it is their Bounce mascara. I'm not a very big fan. I didn't like it that much, but it does the job. It adds volume, but I don't feel it adds any length. So it's okay. I don't need length, because then it will clash onto my spectacles, and I don't want that. So that's why I'm using this mascara today, because it just adds volume onto my lashes and doesn't add length. And I'm using an eyeliner just to create a small black bindi to go with this look and accentuating my beauty mark. And a little tip is to powder the bridge of your glasses with some loose powder and then wear it in so that it doesn't create a mark on the bridge of the nose. Okay, so if you do that, it looks flawless. Even if you take it out, it is not going to leave a mark, and the concealer will not bunch up there. So that's the finished look. I hope you liked it. Let me know in the comment section if you would try this look for office, for any meeting, for any of your work days. And let me know in the comment section. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon in my next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye.